Clave City family, what is up? It is Bobby coming at you from the grocery store, getting some stuff for the next couple days, getting stuff for the live stream tomorrow, and I wanted to pop on the camera and do a video all about the best things to buy at the grocery store for back to school. Or in this case, back to homeschool, because a lot of parents are going to have their kids at home and they need the best quality stuff to feed them for breakfast, lunch, and snacks. So I thought we should walk around the grocery store and show you some of the best quality lunch meats and snacks and breads and chips to buy your kids, because you want to give them best-in-class products made with the best ingredients that are nutrient dense and are really going to make a big difference. So let's go do that. There's some really cool stuff here at the grocery store. Before we do that, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, share. The only way this channel keeps growing, the only way we keep helping people put the best quality stuff in their body is by subscribing. And I have a bell icon right below the video. Enable all notifications, because we have like 6 videos going live every single week, including the live streams, and you do not want to miss out. Okay, let's go do some shopping. Snack attack, mom and dad. Now you're going to want to have some chips to give your kids during lunch with their sandwich. Are you going to say no, potato chips are bad? No, you're just going to give them the best quality potato chip at the grocery store. That is right here. This one is by far, in my opinion, the best. Well, this one and that one too. I'll tell you why. It's the oil and the salt, to be honest. This is cooked in avocado oil and Himalayan pink salt. You look at the ingredients, it's just potatoes, avocado oil, and pink salt. First of all, avocado oil is one of the healthiest oils around that's low inflammation. And this is one of the only chips you'll ever find seasoned with Himalayan pink salt, an unrefined raw salt from the Pakistani mountain range region that doesn't spike your blood pressure like white salt does. But white salt is also bleached and processed and refined. This is raw, so this is actually very cool. And if you look down here, these guys make a potato that's fried in olive oil, one of the other best-in-class oils on the market. It's not Himalayan pink salt, which is a negative, but to be honest, it's very hard to find that. More importantly, it's cooked in really good olive oil. I believe they have one of these at the warehouse clubs in a really big bag. But the thing is, most potato chips for me are off limit, because even if you got, look at this, an organic one, where is that going to be? Here we go. An organic potato chip, which is ideal to get potatoes that are organic. They're always going to be cooked in cruddier oils. Organic safflower and organic sunflower oil is not good, even though it's organic. And even if it were expeller pressed, which it doesn't say it, it's still a cruddy plant-based oil that's still processed and not nearly as good for your body as the avocado or the olive oil. So go for the Kettle avocado, go for the Boulder Canyon olive oil. Those are the 2 best chips to serve your kids when they're having a best-in-class sandwich, which we'll get to in a minute. And then you want a really cool, quick protein snack. Nowadays, there's amazing grass-fed, pasture-raised jerky and beef sticks. This is grass-fed bison. This is non-GMO, close to pasture-raised chicken from Epic. These strips up here, they don't have it right now, but they usually have a Wagyu grass-fed one that's amazing. All these are great quick snacks that are high in protein, low carb, can really get them energy and let them focus. And if you want a sweet kind of treat, these are so cool. Look at this. This is jerky made with a dried banana, raw cacao. That's it. No added sugar, no added BS. This is the real deal. This kind of stuff did not exist back in the day, but these are healthy snacks. Those are healthy-ish chips. And wow, this is the kind of stuff you want to feed your kids at home. The frozen pizza aisle. You know your kids are going to ask you for a frozen pizza, so I want you to get the best in-class pizza in the store, and there's really just a few. And if you want to go real pizza made with wheat and cheese, you're going to want to go to Amy. Amy does almost everything right, and this is such a cool pizza because many reasons, but it's made with organic flour and tomatoes. Why is that important? Well, look at the ingredients here. If I could pick up the box. First ingredient, organic wheat flour. We've talked about this many times. If flour is not organic, it's sprayed with Roundup. Not Roundup to treat it with a chemical kind of herbicide, Roundup to dry out the wheat at the end of the growing process, and it makes it high in glyphosate. So you always want to get organic wheat. This is organic. That's great for pizza. Look at the oil. There's extra virgin olive oil. And she also does use expeller pressed, but she's using the best organic expeller pressed high oleic safflower or sunflower oil. So expeller press is not ideal. but when you see it after extra virgin olive oil, it's okay. But high oleic refers to the fatty acid profile, which is heart healthier, and there's no preservatives, no junk here, no natural flavors. If you're gonna eat gluten and you're gonna eat real cheese, this is the kind of pizza you wanna get. Now, let's say you want something gluten-free. I've talked about this pizza before. It's the best gluten-free grain-feed pizza on the market, Capello's. This is so cool. It's expensive, right? It's not cheap, I understand that, but look at these ingredients. Instead of wheat, it's made with almond flour, eggs, coconut milk, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil. So the crust itself is paleo, but look at that. This is fantastic. Not low carb, but really, really best in class gluten-free ingredients because it's not made with simple carbs and simple carbohydrates like corn flour, rice flour, tapioca starch, all those kind of high glycemic, all what I call filler, no thriller ingredients. Now, if you want to make your own pizza that happens to be low carb and gluten-free, Cadley flour makes these crusts. This is so cool. Look at this. It's cauliflower mozzarella and then a bunch of seasonings, no BS ingredients, 1 net carb per serving. So this is keto and very, very clean to make your pizzas on. But be careful. A lot of people like to go for this. It's very confusing. This is cauliflower. That's Cadley flour. You might get this and be like, oh, this is, going to be low carb. It's going to be clean. Well, first of all, it's not low carb, and it's not clean in my opinion because, look at this. Brown rice flour is okay because that's a complex carbohydrate, but GMO cornstarch, tapioca starch, sunflower oil, processed oil, starch, they do have extra virgin olive oil, but sunflower's first. So that's the kind of stuff you really don't want to see. So I'll put that one back. And yeah, I would stick with the Capello's or the Amy's or make your own, but there are some really, really cool choices that were way different when I was growing up with the Red Barons and those garbage pizzas. Nowadays you have better choices. Let's talk about lunch meat. You're going to be making a lot of sandwiches for your kids. In fact, when this video is done, check out my lunch meat review video. I have a ton of information in there. And just to break it down, I really think when it comes to lunch meat, you want to get organic or non-GMO meat because think about it, whether it's the chicken or the pig or the turkey, if it's GMO, that means it's eating a strict diet of corn and soy that's only GMO grains. You don't want to be eating animals or dairy products that have a GMO feed. So look for organic, but also look for the other ingredients. So for example, here's a turkey here. This one is organic and it has just one ingredient, turkey breast. A lot of these, even though they're organic, might have some added sugar or natural flavors. You really don't want that. I know one of the warehouse clubs has a great price on organic sliced turkey, so check that out. Something like a cracked black pepper turkey breast, and it'll have natural flavors there, which I really want to avoid. A lot of the cheaper lunch meats will be made not only from GMO non-organic meat, but they'll have phosphates, fillers, carrageenan, lots of mystery items and preservatives, and you really, really don't want that. And don't think if you go over to the deli counter it's going to be any better. Stuff like boar's head is just as bad as the low quality lunch meats, and you can't see the ingredients there. Always come here. I would get organic like that, get the organic ones without natural flavors. Applegate always makes a really, really good one that's available everywhere. I mean, look at this. This is the kind of stuff you want to see. It's pricey, but there's no other mystery ingredients. It's just chicken breast, a little bit of seasoning, and that's it. But check out that video, put that back, after this one is done, and you'll get the full rundown. There's a lot of mystery items here. Hold on a second. There we go. Sorry. There's a lot of mystery items in your lunch meat, and you don't want to feed that to your kids. There are some next level crackers on the market right now. Ideally, you want to look for whole grain, gluten-free, made with nuts and seeds and really good stuff. And I always tend to go towards something like Mary's Gone crackers on sale. Wow, it's a really good sale. Look at that. Why? Because look at this. Not only is it organic and non-GMO, I care more about the ingredients. Brown rice, quinoa, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds. Oh my gosh. Look at that, you guys. The amount of fiber and protein in here is off the charts. There's no oil and there's no gluten. This is the kind of stuff you want to eat, especially for kids when you're snacking, because I also believe that gluten is inflammatory no matter what. So I'd avoid a gluten, and if it's not organic, it's going to be high in glyphosate. But but it's made with nuts and seeds that are high in fiber and complete gluten-free grains that won't spike your blood sugar quite as much, and they satiate your hunger. To give you an example, this is a great gluten-free cracker, but if I come down yonder, look at this. So Annie's makes some decent stuff, but if you get the gluten-free Cheddar Bunnies, compare the ingredients to the ones we just saw. So they're using organic expeller pressed oil, not ideal, but not terrible. But white rice flour, cornstarch, tapioca starch, potato starch. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's starch after starch after starch. I read that as simple carbohydrate, no nutrition, spikes your blood sugars way more than a complex carbohydrate. So not something you want to eat. These guys, Hue, they make fantastic chocolate, but they make these crackers now. Look at this. It's a pizza cracker. It's free of all the cruddy ingredients. And look at this. It's made with almonds, cassava, and organic coconut, tomatoes, nutritional yeast, and instead of using cassava starch here, they use the whole ground cassava plant, which is much more nutritious. Any of these crackers are fantastic. I always love the Flackers. You guys know that because not only are they gluten-free and whole grains, they're made with flax seeds that are absolutely loaded with fiber and protein. That's brain food. That's really, really good. And it's a great fiber supplement in case your kids need to poop. That's a great way to get them to do that. What else here? Just read the ingredients. I love these kind of dried cheese snacks. These are moon cheese, just made from cheddar, just made from Parmesan, from Gouda. Ideally it'd be organic, but they don't have that. It's still way better than gluten crackers. Because if you go to a traditional cracker like this, the packaging is really, really sexy, right? And it says non-GMO. I don't care about that because it's unbleached, enriched wheat flour. That's all the whole wheat, stripped of all its good stuff, all its nutrition, and stripped down to the simple carbohydrate. And because it's not organic, it's sprayed with Roundup. Even though it's non-GMO, it's still sprayed with Roundup because it's not organic. And it's cooked with safflower oil and cornstarch. This is not what you want to give your kids' bodies, which is why I highly recommend picking out the best-in-class gluten-free whole grain crackers that have complete nutrition, not simple garbage ingredients like these ones. When it comes to bread for making sandwiches, sprouted grain bread is the best you can do at the grocery store. When we're done with this video, go check out that one. There's a ton of information. And when you're talking about sprouted grain breads, I want you to get this one in particular, because not only is it sprouted, but if you can feel this loaf, it's a little soft and pillowy. I generally talk about Ezekiel sprouted bread, which is great, but that tastes like a healthy sprouted bread that's kind of dense and cardboard-ish. Kids don't like it. Kids approve of this one. This is Sprouted Little Big Bread by Silver Hills Bakery. I have a video for the ultimate grilled cheese sandwich using this, and this is what you want to get because the texture is great, but it's made with organic sprouted grains. Why are sprouted grains better? Because they're easier for your body to digest. There is sugar, but only 1 gram of sugar per slice. I can live with that because your kids are gonna love this and you're not gonna do better at the grocery store than this. Check out that grilled cheese video. I make it with a cheese crown like Jamie Oliver. It's amazing. I used to approve this, Dave's Killer Bread. I think I was seduced by his logo here. I mean, come on, this guy's like the coolest guy in the world. But even though it's made with whole grains and seeds, which is great, if you're not gonna get sprouted, you wanna get whole grains, they just add too much sugar. I was kind of alarmed that I missed this. In here is sugar. How much? 5 grams of added sugar per slice. That's too much, my friends. 5 grams of sugar is just over 1 teaspoon. That's too much. I mean, we have a scary amount of diabetes in this country. And by the year 2050, it's estimated that, I think, 1 out of 3 people are gonna have diabetes, and that starts at the kids' age. If we get them on low sugar, low carb, high nutrient foods like sprouted breads and grain-free stuff that's high quality, they're not gonna get diabetes. So sugar is off limits in that quantities. Go with the sprouted bread. You're gonna love that one, I'm telling you. All right, fam, that is it for the back to homeschooling food review. There is some other stuff I could think of too. So if you want a part 2 of this video, please leave a comment down below. I know a lot of parents are home and they have to make meals with their families and for their kids when they're not used to doing that. If you want to see recipes also for back to school breakfast and lunch recipes, please leave that comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. The only way this channel keeps growing, the only way we keep helping people put the best quality stuff in their body and their family's body is by you spreading that Flav City love. I got 2 more videos below me right now. But I will see you soon. Until then, I leave you like you always do. Like I always do. Hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love and peace. Later, guys.